put a little date there and my initials, just so people don't think I'm made up or they're Google images or whatever. Doing this on the GoPro as well, so hopefully it's got decent enough quality on it rather than just a phone jobby. But yeah, no, I've wanted to do like a video like this for a very long time, just to go through everything that's on the car, because there is an absolute ton that's been done and sort of not showcased anywhere other than the forum really in all its sort of level of detail. So it's on ramps at the minute, so you can sort of see the underside just to see how clean that is. But yeah, we'll crack on and we'll make a start. Starting at the front, we've got the trial front bumper that is a little bit battered now. It's seen some curb, it's seen some verge, it's holding on for dear life, but the majority of it is superficial. You can see there's some sort of rogue carbon pieces poking out. It's reinforced throughout the middle section with carbon fibre. Whole thing's fiberglass, so it's like a dead easy repair. And to be fair, if I do get a fair amount of interest in it, I may just de-wrap it and start to repair it myself anyway, because it's not going to take much. We've also got the headlights, which are just standard headlights with the insides opened up, painted black with halos added in. Nothing special, but they look kind of cool. Got the super lightweight raise bonnet. It is carbon fibre under there. You can kind of just get a tiny little bit of the weave. Maybe you can see it there. But it's not super great condition underneath. It's a little bit crusty. The carbon's okay, but probably just wants a sort of re-lacquer. We'll go around just do all the exterior bits. Also got the Wed Sport TC005 wheels, super light, super bloody rare as well. I've got the AP Racing front calipers on there. They are insane. We've got Project Mu. Can you see? Maybe? No. Project Mu pads in there, which are just unbelievable. The thing will lock up the wheels with minimal brake pressure. Interesting tyres. They're Accelera, but they're the semi-slick variant. They're decent. The APR mirrors. These are lovely because they're carbon. They're not the best for anything other than looking cool. Very small mirror. I know some people put wide-angle glass in them, which works. And the actual bases themselves, which do come with them, they are sort of bright aluminium underneath that. That's just that's plastic dip actually, which is did the job. It looks kind of good. RDT sticker, because Will mapped it, did a very good job running a nice sensible 424 brake just next to the TRD skirts, which are genuine because the car's a GT underneath. Bit dirty, the wrap's kind of peeling in a couple of places on them, but apart from that, they're in really good nick. The fabled TRD Toyota sports lid, that's pretty much sold before it was even listed, but that'll be coming off soon, and I need to do some postage quotes. Nothing special at the rear. Got EBC discs, standard size disc, standard caliper, but brand new calipers on with Project Mu pads again. Carbon Spider. This is the rear wing. This is actually off a Subaru S202, so fits really nicely. I really love this. Carbon plates around. Again, just I've not put a number plate on this car for a long time, but it just looks so cool with it on, even with nothing else on there. JDM rear lights. Got the trial rear bumper. It's probably the favourite bit of the car. It just looks so good. Unbelievably rare. Never seen another one in the UK. You can see a few bits of markings there, just where the diffuser's sort of come away a little bit, but you can see it is cut out for the diffuser, so the diffuser will come with the bumper. and it does look quite smart. Bumper's in really good condition. There is no damage to it other than there's a couple of little bits there where some debris on the track has obviously hit it, and on the other side it is thunder grey under there, in perfect condition, but realistically once the wrap comes off might be some flaking, we don't know, so probably is going to want a little lick of paint anyway. Kakimoto Racing exhaust, custom pipe work, but the back box is just the tailpipe. Actually, it's genuine Kakimoto from Japan. I think their tailpipe was the most expensive bit of the whole exhaust, which is typical me, but does look very cool. Vortex generators from Dave Travis, which are very cool, and you can actually tell a very slight difference with them on. They're probably not coming off anytime soon because that top bit is wrapped, so I'm imagining that will come with it, but if anyone wants a whole boot lid, let me know. Got the Corbeau bucket seats. These are, but they're the old version of the Club Sports. The new one has the sort of larger seatbelt aperture, which doesn't look as good. These basically look like a Recaro SPG pole position type. The Sparco steering wheel, which is super nice, 330mm, and that's mated to it's actually a British touring car spec quick release, the FIA sort of 2-colour one. Really nice and robust. If you forget to click it in, it's not blatantly obvious. Don't ask me how I know that. It's obviously got the GC door cards, basically the same, just with a little bit of red stitching. Gauges, so we've got oil pressure, boost, wideband AFR, and oil temp tucked in there. Switch panel there. E for the extinguisher, which is not that one there, that's just a handheld jobby, but we've got a proper plumbed in one in the boot there that you can see. Kill switch, so that will actually kill the battery and make it beep. The alarm, lovely. AM EMS 4 just tucked in there, with a really fresh loom on it, and I'll go into a little bit more detail for the person that's buying that in another video, I reckon. There's actually a standard ECU tucked behind that as well. Big old FEV fire extinguisher, so that's all plumbed in on the button. Obviously press that and you've got some jets that will fire at your nuts and some jets that will fire into the engine bay. We've got the cute little battery, which is still quite heavy actually considering the size, but yeah, much smaller, much easier just to sit happy there. GoPro mount up there, and then the water meth kit. I mean, this is obviously supercharged and running silly power, but does actually net an additional 20 brake horsepower. The pump is there, and that leads into the engine bay, which I'll show. Especially when you're caning it, obviously you get a lot of heat built up in the intercooler, and that just helps to cool the intake charge down more for sort of safety and consistency. We'll give it a start. No, I'll do the engine bay stuff first actually, because it'll be too bloody loud otherwise. Aero catch is broken, but it's easy enough to get a replacement one of them. Still holds, just doesn't look very good. You can see the tying coilovers there. They are really nice. They do have the EFDC motors, but I haven't put them on because I sort of just preferred them on full hard pretty much 99% of the time anyway. Obviously these would be fantastic for a road car. Engine is obviously very beefy, built, forged, everything. So the head's been worked. Stage 2 cams, port and polished, valves, springs, retainers, 9:1 forged pistons in there. Brings the compression down, so wouldn't be very nice naturally aspirated, but for a boosted application it absolutely loves it. Dart and sleeves, monkey wrench rods, uprated main and every bearing I believe. Fueling wise, monkey wrench, fuel rail. We've got the 840 or 850 injectors in at the minute. Fuel lab, fuel regulator, Was AEM before, but the AEM one crapped itself, so we got rid of that and put a fuel lab in, which is super reliable. That pipe there that you can see does go back to the fuel tank. Moved the coolant bottle up to there to put a gigantic air filter, which was probably a stupid idea. So I think I'll probably not include that air filter. I've got a smaller one, which is way more appropriate. And we've got the supercharger itself, the main event, if you like. So currently running, it's about 18-19 psi because it's got the smaller pulley on it. It's a 95 or 90 mil. Aircon has been removed for this application, but you could put it back so it can go on a car with aircon. You just might need to remove this idler pulley here, which is just a bolt. Doesn't sort of do anything on an aircon car. It's just when you lose the aircon, you don't get as much wrap on the belt. Bumper's on a nice quick release here. You can see the top of it's a bit scruffy carbon fibre where it's been repaired, but super stiff. Little button here, and a little button here. So, big, massive intercooler being hidden by this nice, well, I say nice because it took me bloody hours to make, Kevlar panel. Rotrex oil cooler there. Sorry, I'm sniffing, I'm ill. And oil catch can tucked in, just the blue thing there. That's probably everything, I reckon. Probably edit all of this random walking around that I'm doing as well. You might hear the fuel pump prime in there. It's because it's got the Walbro loud fuel pump, but when you've got the full interior you don't really hear it too much. See the gauges start to come on. Probably flickering a bit on the camera. Should have enough fuel to start it for a bit. Very loud. No idea how much you can hear of me. So the engine sounds lovely. Little bit of a belt noise, but that's just because the car's obviously been sat for a few weeks. Nothing to be worried about with that. Engine super healthy. Supercharger is always serviced. We'll give it a second to warm up. I'll give it a little rev so you can see what it sounds like. So bloody loud, and that's just blipping the throttle effectively. That's while we're waiting for it to warm up. It sounds beefy from the back. I'll just quickly show you the underside. Hopefully it's not too dark. But everything is new. Basically a nut and bolt rebuild. All the camber bolts are new. Strut brace, brand new subframe, banana arms, drop links. Hopefully you can see some of the chassis as well. Put the camera in there. No rough whatsoever. Probably potato vision. But yeah, everything polybushed as well. It's decent. Little bit steamy. It's obviously all the condensation built up in there. It was a very bloody wet track day the last time it was out, which was not fun. 25-minute video. Something's definitely getting cut. Give it some beans. conversation on the camera. Right, I can hear neighbours gesticulating, so I think I'll leave the video there and try and edit some of the crap out of me making a fool of myself. If anyone has any other questions, let me know.